twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Amazing, wasn't she? Brittany Ross. Thank you, Brittany. Please be seated. Wow. You don't hear that kind of rendition very often. I also want to thank Randy Runyon and Solid Brass. They are with us every year. Well, good evening. My name is Brad Gottfried, and we're going to fix these microphones, hopefully. And I'm privileged and honored to be the president of the College of Southern Maryland. We have, we have approximately a $70 million budget. We have 1,000 employees, but you know the toughest part of my job? Calling the weather. When we are delayed because of snow or ice, when we close, when we have to come indoors, this is the toughest decision because no matter what I do, I'm wrong. I've learned that. I want to welcome not only all of us who are here in our gymnasium, but also recognize all of the individuals who are in our Fine Arts Center. And while they're not right in the room, they are sitting in comfortable chairs, padded chairs, and it's probably very cool as well. But the energy in this room, and hopefully those of you in fine arts, let's get that energy up because this is such a special evening. We have 2 commencements every year, and this for us at the college is the highlight. This is what we strive for. This is what makes everything worthwhile. This is a college, I think you know, that cares so deeply about Southern Maryland. And we're doing things in Southern Maryland that are not found in other parts of the country. For instance, there are very few colleges that will ever start a new campus. Usually they're pulling back. But our Hughesville, our regional campus, right in the middle of the region, will have its first building started this summer. We've just accepted the bid for the Center for Trades and Energy Training, and we're really excited about better serving the needs of Southern Maryland. I want to recognize also our commissioners from St. Mary's and from Calvert counties because they've stepped up to the plate very recently and have funded a very large increase that we've asked for to keep tuition as low as we possibly can. We'll be hearing from Charles very soon. And also, something that's really big, and those of you who are watching me come in with the group of faculty and stage parties, that was James Spence who led the procession in. We have now almost 50 guaranteed transfer dual admission programs, almost 50. And so our graduates, as they leave us, They will have such wonderful guaranteed opportunities available to them. And I've just learned the most recent one is with Virginia Tech University. So we're really excited. And you're going to hear about another one very soon. I'm not going to mention that one. It is my honor to be here this evening with all of you. We've spent some extra time waiting for everyone to come into the gymnasium because this is the largest graduating class we've ever had, and we are so proud of them. Before I introduce them, there are a number of individuals who are here today to support our graduates, and I'd like to recognize them. And please, it's a long list, so if you would hold your applause until I get to the very end, it'll expedite matters. We have a number of elected officials. We have a number of delegates with us. We have the Honorable Sally Jamison, who's the chairperson of the Southern Maryland delegation with us, Delegate Jamison. We also have Delegate Edith Patterson and Delegate Michael Jackson, who represent Charles County so very well. We have Sheriff Troy Burry with us, an alum of the college. We're very, very proud of him as well. Other elected officials who are with us today from St. Mary's County, our new delegate, Deb Ray, is with us today. Thank you, Deb. We also have from the school board in St. Mary's County, a very strong supporter of the college, Mary Washington. And from Charles County, the Honorable Lorraine Burry, who is a judge of the Orphans Court, and I believe an alum of the college. Let me make sure. Oh, and I do not want to forget our stage party. We have two commissioners who are with us this evening. We have Tom Jarbo, who's a commissioner from St. Mary's County, and we have Deborah Davis from Charles County. Thank you so much. Not yet. Got a lot more. On stage, we have Mike Middleton, who is our board chair. Our vice chairman of the board is Dorothea Smith. Other trustees are Samuel Jones, Dr. John Roach, Dr. Janice Walthour. President's Council, we have Rob Farinelli, and you'll be hearing from Rob many times tonight. Michelle Goodwin, Dan Mosser, Tony Jernigan, Craig Patnaud, Bill Comey, and from each of our campuses, Tracy Harris from Leonardtown and Rich Fleming from Prince Frederick. We have some foundation directors. How many of you have received a scholarship from the college? Let me see some hands, graduates. Okay, you can thank our foundation members. Here today is Greg Cockerham, who also is an alum of the college. One of our new members of our foundation board is Leah Estevez. Ali Andre, Rob Price is with us this evening, and I guess emeritus, but who has been so supportive, Evelyn Hungerford. We have a number of other individuals. One of the new members of the Southern Maryland family, Michael Malinoff, who is the new county administrator in Charles County. We have some advisory council members with us, Byron Brazina, we have Jack Nile, we have Andy Rogers, and we have Edward Willie. They're all part of advisory council members on the academic side. We rely on them to keep our programs current. We have advisory council members, Liz Brown, Doris Spencer from Calvert County are also with us, and Diversity Advisory Council, John Felicitas from North Point High School and St. Mary's County. And we have from UMUC, one of our strong partners, Luke Kazim, who is Assistant Vice President. And I want to make sure that I haven't forgotten anyone. And as I do this, my wife is waiting. And my lovely wife, Linda Gottfried. Now, please, a round of applause. As I indicated, this is the largest class of graduates. We have 602 students graduating this evening. Now, they're not all with us, but we have over 300 who are here this evening. Last year, we had approximately, I think it was 280 or so. Most of our graduates, and you'll see the demographics as they come up to receive their certificates and their degrees. Most are women. 45% live in Charles, about 27% St. Mary's and Calvert counties. Our oldest graduate is 68 years old. And this happens so often. Our youngest is 17 years old. She's a homeschooler. Degrees are being awarded in 80 different disciplines. The top degrees are in general studies, which many of our students will pursue as they transfer, followed by nursing. Always the noisiest crew. And business administration. Let me tell you about some of our students, and I always look forward to this as part of commencement, because every one of our students has a story, and I could mention every one of them. But one of our students graduating tonight was born with a neuromuscular disorder. And all through high school and through her first year at CSM, she needed a little assistance in completing her classwork. However, the disorder progressed, and she began to need assistance from our disability support services, from a team of scribes and support staff. And it was a challenge for her, but such an inspiration. Because rather than concentrating on the disabilities, the things that held her back or potentially could hold her back, she didn't dwell on that. She didn't dwell on the discomfort, the fatigue, the uncertainty of the future. She dealt with the here and now and achieving that goal, and should be an inspiration to all of us. Certainly she is to me. She also focused on honoring her mentor. And many of you may remember Ed Schaaf, who was a very valued member of our criminal justice program, who passed away tragically a few years ago. And she honors him by graduating this evening. And she is graduating this evening with highest honors and with our very much distinction of how proud we are of her. Another group of individuals, actually there's two of them, it's twins. They came to CSM actually as part of the Talent Search program. And this is a program, it's federally funded, where we are able to introduce students with promise to college. It actually started with, and I introduced her already, Delegate Edith Patterson back in 1991. And what's interesting is during that time, thousands upon thousands of students have gone through this talent search program. 98%, many of these students would not have gone on to college. 98% have gone on to attend a college or university. And our twins tonight were part of that program. And they'll graduate with degrees in business administration, both of them. And guess what? They're both transferring together to the same institution, Towson University, this fall. We're proud of them as well. Student athletes. We so appreciate our student athletes. They give so much of themselves to represent the college. They're gaining such life experiences in leadership and teamwork and discipline, time management. These are skills that employers are really looking for. Our graduate this evening was the captain of his basketball team at CSM for the last 2 years. He just recently received the Student Assistant of the Year award and will be transferring to a college in West Virginia with academic and athletic scholarships, and we're very proud of him as well. Some of our non-traditional age students, and you're going to see a number of, I won't say older, I'll say mature students walking across the stage who spent the time here rediscovering themselves, maybe finishing up a degree that they had started years ago, but they had to get a job, they raised a family, and now they're back again. And one of our graduates tonight is completing a degree that she first began when she was much younger, while in her homeland of Germany. And she married a U.S. Army officer. She raised 4 children, and she returned to college. She has finally returned to college to pursue a degree in teacher education. She's been president of the Future Educators Association Club in the Prince Frederick campus, and she is graduating with high honors this evening. She's achieving her dream, even though it's been delayed for several years. We also have a number of students that come to us after serving in the military. In fact, we have, and we are privileged to serve over 900 students who served in the military, the 3rd largest number in the state of Maryland. And many of these individuals will find their way to the College of Southern Maryland because we all know why. It's a great place to continue your education, to start your education, such caring instructors, close to home, etc. This individual, she is actually our most senior individual. She retired from the U.S. Navy. She had started her baccalaureate work at Bowie State University, and she was in the military and the Navy for 24 years. She married another sailor and recently retired from the Navy, basically back in 2013. Both she and her husband came together to CSM to pursue a degree, but tragically he has passed away before he completed his course of studies. And tonight, she'll walk across the aisle, and she'll do so not only for herself, but also in memory of her husband. These are just a handful of stories about some of our students. And as I indicated, you know this, every one of our students has a special story. Every one of them has their own dreams and aspirations. And this is an honor for us at the College of Southern Maryland to work with them to help them achieve their dreams. That's what this college is all about. There are some other individuals who are also pursuing a life journey. They are not going to transfer necessarily or start a new job. They're actually faculty and staff who are retiring after many years of service. And I would like to take a moment to recognize them for the service that they have provided to our students and to the College of Southern Maryland. And if you would, when I call your name, please rise and hold the applause till the end, if you would. Charles Walsh, who's Associate Professor of Math. Deborah Wyville, Professor of Social Sciences and Public Services. Bruce Freed, Professor of Accounting. Rex Bishop, Professor of Business Administration. Jim Fear, who's Chair and Professor of Business and Technology. Patty Nickerson, Professor of Math. And Ellen Wright Lopez, who's Professor of Nursing. We are going to miss all of you. Congratulations on your life journey. And I'm going to recognize one other retiring member of our college community, and that is Joan Middleton. Joan, many of you know, is Associate Vice President of Enrollment Management. Her other half is Senator Mac Middleton. She's retiring after 25 years of wonderful service to the college. She's helped more than 100,000 students pursue their dreams and reach their educational goals. And she is going to be missed. But she moves on in her life to retirement as well. And I want to recognize Joan Middleton. Where is Joan? Is she around somewhere? Right over there. Joan, thank you. She has actively planned this commencement for the last 15 years, and you are her final class. Well, all of this is very special. It's a happy time. But there are individuals that we do need to think about where it is a mournful time. Several of our students have passed away this year, all of them young, in their 20s, who died long before they achieved their goals. Matthew King, Ashley Taylor, Keturah Goff, and Leroy Wilkins. I also want to recognize one of our esteemed faculty members, and you may have read about her in the newspaper, Sue Bemke, who was a professor in our nursing program. She worked at the college for 30 years, and she passed away very recently after battling ALS. In fact, I remember very distinctly, and many of her students, and certainly many of our faculty and staff, when we participated in the Ice Bucket Challenge in her honor, and there she was, valiantly sitting in her wheelchair, supporting on all of us, helping to raise money for the Susan N. Bemke Legacy Scholarship Fund. And she, too, will be missed. So for our students and for Sue Bemke, please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. Our students inspire me. They inspire me for many, many reasons. But so many of our students are part-time. They take one class, 2 classes every semester. For some students, it takes them 10 years to be here this evening. That's dedication. That's an understanding of the importance of a college education to get ahead. And they truly are an inspiration, not only to me, but to our faculty and staff, and certainly to all of you who know them and know their challenges and know their sacrifices. And I want to recognize them. We understand that this was not an easy journey, that you had to sacrifice. And we support you, and we celebrate all of your achievements. And you know what? We know, without any hesitation, with any doubt, that this is but the first, and for many of you, it's not the first, but there will be many, many more accomplishments and achievements in your lives. But you needed to get this credential to be able to move on, and that's what's so critically important. And now I'd like to introduce Mike Green, who's the president of our Faculty Senate, for a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Gottfried. Good evening. Some of your professors have recently read and discussed a book by Susan Cain called Quiet, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking. This book points out that we have moved from what historian Warren Sussman calls a culture of character to a culture of personality. The culture of character, we are told, found its zenith in the mid to late 1800s and played a large part in America becoming an industrial world power. In the culture of character, Cain says, quote, what counted was not so much the impression one made in public as how one behaved in private, end quote. Seriousness, discipline, and honor were some of the values held by the leaders and citizens of those days. At some point, the culture of character was replaced by the culture of personality. That change, Cain believes, was precipitated by America's very industrial success and the mass migration of people moving from their small farming-based communities where everyone knew his or her neighbors to the big cities where many felt and in fact were alone. With this transformation, the people we looked up to, Cain says, had different traits, different values. The leaders of the culture of personality would be the fascinating, attractive, energetic, and forceful. This change happened in the 1920s and 30s. Cain says that, quote, it is no coincidence that Americans became obsessed with movie stars. Who better than a matinee idol to model personal magnetism, end quote. The everyday citizen followed suit, with likability becoming more valued than respectability. Today, we can add the athletes, reality stars, radio and TV opinion makers, and politicians to the list of our obsessions. As you've walked across our campuses, you've probably noticed, and maybe even have read, the banners hanging from our light poles. Many have a picture accompanied by a single word. These banners have the word diversity, or excellence, or knowledge, or innovation, or integrity, or respect, or teamwork written on them. Collectively, these words express CSM's values, values we hope you were exposed to in your studies and can proudly share with us as soon-to-be CSM alumni. As I walk past those banners declaring CSM's values and ponder their message, having read Quiet, I find that some of these values are associated with the culture of character and others with the culture of personality. I'd like to think that this is a conscious decision on our part to recognize and perhaps even to synthesize the important attributes and contributions that members of both of these cultures bring to CSM and to our Southern Maryland community. I hope that before you leave CSM, you have a chance to take one more look at those banners and to read each word and then to reflect on the meaning of each word and their collective importance to you and to society as you help to shape the values of this still young century. I leave you with this thought from Craigslist founder Craig Newmark, who said, quote, "Connecting people to fix the world over time is the deepest spiritual value you can have," end quote. Try coming up with a single word to express that. And when you do, send it into CSM. Then we could put up another banner, this one with your word and your picture on it. Congratulations to you all, and good luck to you in all your future endeavors.
Well, I think I indicated earlier that I usually forget to introduce my wife. She's the most important person in the room to me. And I've forgotten someone who is also very, very important. And I am really excited about this young man. The new mayor of Indian Head is Brandon Paulin, but he's one of our students. He is a College of Southern Maryland student. Brandon? Imagine, one of our students, current students, is the mayor of Indian Head. And this is not a small community. Wow. Anything is possible for our students. Well, it's my distinct honor to recognize the student speaker this evening. Her name is Taylor Superior from St. Mary's County. She came to CSM after graduating from Leonardtown High School. And she has been the team captain of our women's soccer league team for the last 2 years. Under her leadership, the team has excelled. It's earned 25 wins in 2 years, advancing to the NJCAA Region 20 Championship, to the National Championship. And her team has won the Maryland JUCO Championship. These are amazing statistics and honors. She's a business administration major. She's graduating this evening, and she'll be transferring to the University of South Carolina in Beaufort, South Carolina, with a soccer scholarship. Taylor?
Thank you. Good afternoon, my fellow graduates. I've played so many soccer games. I've been to so many basketball games. And I've never had a crowd like this. So I guess you can say I'm kind of nervous. Okay. I like the saying, never regret the things you did. Regret the things you didn't do. We have no regrets today because we did it. We accomplished our degrees. But we did not do it alone. Every one of us has had a team. We had people who supported us, people that we confided in, people who reminded us to follow our dreams when we doubted ourselves, people who urged us to find what was in our hearts and follow the passion that lifts our spirits. I'd like to say that I'm proud of each and every one of you. It doesn't matter if it took you 2 years or 20 years. Regardless, we are here today. This is a day we, the class of 2015, will share and never forget. My passion has always been sports, and as a high school senior, I look for ways that I can continue competing at the collegiate level while obtaining a college education. When CSM's women's soccer coach, Coach Sanchez, came to Lawrencetown High School to scout a few of my teammates, I was asked to join in. That one chance meeting on a spring afternoon presented me with an opportunity and a decision that would change my life. Did I have other choices? Yes, I did. But after thinking about it, CSM just seemed right for me. By choosing to come to CSM, along with my high school teammates, I have enjoyed a wonderful college experience. I not only competed at the highest level in my sport as a CSM Hawk, but I made lifelong friends as I tried new things that seemed way out of my comfort zone. With this said, sports and being part of a team has always been the fire that drives me. Being part of a successful team with a superior coach helped me learn how to work with others to achieve the same goal. I have learned, if you think you can do everything on your own, that's exactly what you'll be, on your own. I have learned that the only time success comes before work is in the dictionary. I have learned that some people are like blisters. They don't show up until the work is done. But sports, as in life, are full of ups and downs, such as wins and losses, triumphs and failures. Certainly, we should learn from our past, but we should not dwell on it. We should focus on the future. When the past calls, let it go to voicemail. The important message here is that regardless of the challenges you face or will face, build a strong team and be an enthusiastic and a positive team member for others. I would personally love to thank not only my family, but the families of those who are graduating today. We could not have been as successful if we did not have your support. And now, as we're all looking beyond CSM to our next challenges, remember, do not have regrets and do not try to go at it alone. When negative reminders from your past call, let voicemail pick up. Don't be a blister. Work as hard for others as you want them to work for you, and embrace your team, because you are a key part of it. Congratulations, class of 2015.
Thank you, Taylor. So let's talk about the weather. 2 weeks ago, Dr. Gottfried told me the chairman of the board is the person responsible for the weather. And I promised him 2 things. 1, there will be no ice and no snow. Secondly, the students will not have to endure a scorching hot sun that turns their robes and caps into a personal sauna. How did I do? I would like to join Dr. Godfrey in congratulating Joni Middleton. Where is that girl? Joni Middleton and the family for the many years of care and nurturing she's given to her students. And I'd like to talk about one of her 100,000 students. She'll know. Dave was a Marine, a combat veteran of Desert Storm. His unit was the first to crawl through the minefield in Iraq the night of shock and awe. When he returned to Southern Maryland, he took a job as a roofer. And then he fell in love with a young lady who said, in no uncertain terms, if we're to get married, then both of us will need a college education in today's world. Now, no one in Dave's family had ever been to college. No one ever. So the young lady called me and said, how do we do this? And I called Joni Middleton. Not only did Dave require remedial math, remedial English, but the learning basics of how to study. And Joan entered Dave's life, took him under her wing. And today, he graduated with honors from CSM. He graduated with honors at undergraduate University of Maryland Craig, the Clark School of Engineering, and also his master's with honors. And he's now vice president of a very large engineering firm, and also the father of 2 most beautiful little girls that Sarah and I call grandchildren. So I have a lot to thank Joni Middleton for, and thank you very much, Joni. Now, when I began my tenure 2 years ago as chairman, I became aware of a significant workforce disruption that was going to be caused by the Affordable Care Act. Now, where are our nursing students? Are they somewhere still? You know what I'm going to say. All the RNs in the United States who do not currently hold a Bachelor of Science of Nursing will be required to do so by 2020, or their jobs will be in jeopardy. This applies not only to new nursing students, but also the legacy nursing students that work now. And it could result in a tremendous nursing shortage throughout the United States, as well as a sizable population that requires additional education. So Dr. Gottfried and his team, along with the University of Maryland School of Nursing and our Board of Trustees, created a unique educational process to address this problem. It allows our nursing students to be enrolled simultaneously with the University of Maryland School of Nursing to complete their bachelor's degree on our campus. For current RNs that don't hold a BSN, you too will be able to fulfill your requirement without leaving Southern Maryland, right here. My point on this is that the program is quite unique in that the university is coming here. It's also not so unique because it can be replicated to cover the full spectrum of health care using this model. It's this type of creativity by the college that exhibits the thought leadership that's resident right here. And I tell you, it's something we should all be very proud of. Now, I would like to introduce our speaker, and the Board of Trustees puts a great deal of thought into selecting a graduation speaker. We often look to our alumni to find strong examples of men and women who have made a difference in the world, and tonight I'd like to introduce you to one, Thomas Anthony Penny. Tony grew up here in Charles County, graduated from Lackey High School, serving as senior class president, student representative of the Charles County Board of Ed, Maryland State President of the Future Business Leaders. He proudly served our nation as in the Marine Corps Reserves and bases all around the country. Tony is an award-winning voiceover talent whose clients include Ralph Lauren, Honda, GE, Verizon Wireless. He most recently settled his family in Baltimore and is a member of the Bridge Leader Network. He's actively involved in teaching, facilitating discussions on the principles of racial reconciliation and multicultural effectiveness in Kenya, throughout the Middle East, New York City, Los Angeles, Ferguson, Missouri, and most recently in his hometown, Baltimore, Maryland. So I'm confident that you're going to find his words of wisdom from his experience to be a very powerful takeaway for our graduates as you build the bridge to your next steps in your life's journey. Tony, please come to the podium.
Thank you, Mike. To President Gottfried, esteemed faculty and trustees, county commissioners, honored guests, beloved family and friends, and most of all to the phenomenal class of 2015. Thank you so much for this humbling opportunity. What Mike didn't mention is I also am the assistant producer for a very popular talk show here in Washington on one of the most listened to Christian talk stations in the country, and I work directly for a multicultural megachurch in Maryland. I promise you tonight, though, I'm not going to give you a sermon. I am going to take an offering near the end, though, so you want to get ready for that. What in the world am I doing here? I have to admit, when I got the call earlier this year asking me to deliver tonight's commencement address, I had to fight the almost overwhelming urge to ask if they had the right number. I'm just a guy. I walk these halls just like you. I walk this campus, searching in vain for parking near my first class. I had teachers that were impactful to me who really heard the call on their lives to be educators, and I had, quite frankly, some that probably should have been called something other than teachers. My beginnings were humble, to say the least. I was adopted by parents who had barely a grade school education. My father was a World War II vet, and he spent more than 3 decades at the same job just down the road in Potomac Heights in Indian Head. Hello, Mr. Mayor. My mother spent most of her adolescence and adulthood as a domestic, which is a nice word we use today for someone who is a maid. She worked for a wealthy family here in the county at a large estate that sits just a few hundred yards from this very place called Thainston. It's been a heck of a journey, and what a difference a couple of decades makes. The last time I was here as a student in 1994, you had a completely different name. You weren't even the College of Southern Maryland then. There are more than almost 10,000 more students than were here when I was a student. And we didn't even have a web page back then, if you can imagine such a thing. Let me start by saying to the class of 2015, I'm proud of you. Some of you are achieving a lifelong dream, and it's taken some of you a little longer to get here than others, both chronologically and physically. But you made it. You studied, you sacrificed, and you crossed the finish line. I'm so proud of you. And if I'm being honest, I'm also a little envious of you. For many of you, this is a fresh start. It's a new beginning. It's a brand new page and a new chapter of your life that you get to write. I'm a little envious of that. But also, I want to warn you. I want to warn you not to listen to your haters, even that little hater that might be between your own ears. Some people are going to tell you that you can't achieve what you've set out to achieve. It's too hard. People like you don't make it. You've got too much baggage. You need to be practical. But in the immortal words of that wise philosopher, Taylor Swift, shake it off. Haters going to hate. Let your haters fuel your greatness. Do it for the ones that want to see you fail. I also want to warn you not to give in to comfort and complacency. Life happens. One day you're on your way to something major, a dream that you've always had, and the next day you wake up and you've got bills and a mortgage and responsibilities and obligations that for the life of you, you cannot remember ever agreeing to. Life happens, and sometimes that happens when you take your eyes off the prize. I hope that you're on a path that you chose, and not one that was chosen for you. I hope that these years spent studying have been towards a dream that inspires you, not a dream that inspires somebody else for which you have no passion. Most of all, I hope that you have the courage to follow that dream. See, I believe that your dreams are God-breathed. However you define God, as God or Allah or Jehovah or the Creator or the universe or the force, whatever. Your dream, that thing inside of you that inspires passion and maybe motivates you to get out of bed in the morning, that dream was planted in you by something bigger than you. To ignore it, to suppress it, to let other people make you compromise it, is nothing short of a sin. It is nothing less than spiritual suicide to allow your dream to wither and die without ever coming to fruition because of your hard work. I spent almost 5 years working a job I had no passion for. I would get on the metro every single day, and I would see people who had no passion on their face, no purpose, no energy, blank faces, making their way to jobs that they didn't like, probably with people that they didn't like, all because they gave up on their dream a long time ago. May it never be so for you. Now, eventually I left that job and finished my degree, and while my journey has been more of a winding road than a straight line, it's allowed me to find passion and joy in what I do. And I want you to find it too. My hope and my prayer for you is that you live a life of passion and that you live it on purpose. Now, Merriam-Webster defines passion as a strong feeling of enthusiasm or excitement for something. Passion is the thing that gives you drive and determination. It's that fire in the belly that so many people talk about. That thing you tell yourself you'd do for free if you ever hit the lottery. Webster also defines purpose as the aim or goal of a person. All of us have purpose. If you're not sure what your purpose is, here's a hint for you. It's that thing you daydream about doing with your life. It's usually the object of your passion. Now, it's easy to let passion putrefy and purpose just peter out, but greatness comes from renewing your passion and your purpose daily, doing something, no matter how small, every single day to get you closer to your dreams. I believe there's 4 key ingredients to living a life of passion and to live it on purpose. I'll tell you what they are, and then I'll sit down and you can talk about me on social media. The first ingredient is humility. Philippians chapters 2, verses 3 and 4 say, "Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of others." My father was a humble man. He taught me how to serve others and to think of them ahead of myself. In addition to his regular job, he also fixed people's furnaces. And so on many a winter night, he would get a call in the middle of the night from someone whose furnace had died, and they'd say, "You don't have to come out right now, but if you can come out sometime tomorrow and fix it, I'd really appreciate it." My father would hang up the phone, and he'd get out of his warm bed, and for reasons known only to him and God, he'd get me out of my warm bed. And we'd drive to the person's house so that they wouldn't be cold any longer than they absolutely had to be. He'd crawl under people's houses on freezing February nights, oftentimes without any payment except maybe a cup of coffee and a plate of food. But he didn't mind. He put other people before himself. Now understand, humility is not being selfless all the time. That's neither wise nor practical. Humility is not selflessness all the time. It's simply thinking of yourself less. A life of passion lived on purpose is done in service to other people and to something greater than ourselves. Second ingredient is optimism. Now, optimism, in my view, is nothing more than believing in yourself, in believing that your purpose can and will be achieved no matter what life throws at you. Now, optimism is not delusion. If you watch American Idol at all, usually in the audition phase, there are some delusional optimists there. You have to take stock of your ability, and you have to have the skills and the tools necessary to achieve your dreams. But as I said, life happens. Things can get in your way, but optimism is what picks you up when you're knocked down. Never, ever give in to doubt. Doubt has killed more dreams than failure ever will. The third ingredient is perseverance. Perseverance is really just stubbornness with a purpose. All of us know somebody who's stubborn for no real good reason. Perseverance is really just stubbornness with a purpose. Never give up on something that you really want, no matter how much time it's going to take. The time is going to pass regardless. You might as well fill it working towards a goal. And believe me, if you think waiting is hard, waiting for that dream, try living with regret. Trust me, it's much harder. Now, life is going to knock you down sometimes. But as my friend Les Brown says, when life knocks you down, try to land on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. Believe in yourself and believe in your dreams. Remember, by perseverance, the snail made it to Noah's Ark. Some of you will get that later. Just tap somebody on the way home. The fourth ingredient is enthusiasm. Whatever you do, no matter how great, no matter how small, give it your all. There's a story of a master builder named Clyde who decided that he was done. He wanted to retire. He went to his boss and he said, I can't build houses anymore. I'm too old. I'm too tired. I don't want to do this. And his boss thought about it for a while and he said, look, Clyde, if you could just build one more house, just one more house for me, we'll call it even. Clyde thought about it, said, fine, I'll do this last house. But his heart wasn't in it, and it showed in his work. He used shoddy, subpar materials. He cut corners. The house barely even passed inspection. And on the last day of the project, the boss called everybody together, and he got Clyde and his wife, and he said, as many of you know, this is Clyde's last day on this project. And Clyde, you've been a faithful employee to us for so many years. We wanted to do something special to honor you. So this house that you've built, we're not selling it. This is going to be the house that you live in for the rest of your life. Never do anything halfway. Humility, optimism, perseverance, and enthusiasm. That's what it takes to live a life of passion, a life lived on purpose. And if you haven't figured it out yet, and your English teachers are probably going to be upset that you didn't, the first letter of each of those spells hope. Hope is what I saw in the eyes of mothers and children in the poor slums of Ethiopia. People who had no idea where their next meal was going to come from. But they had hope. Hope is what I saw in the eyes of police and protesters in Ferguson, Missouri, that I helped gather together in meetings behind closed doors. People who were law abiders and law enforcers who hoped for nothing more than to live side by side with dignity and mutual respect. Hope is what I saw in the eyes of my 10-year-old twins when they learned how to ride their bikes without training wheels for the first time. And they couldn't wait to take on the next challenge that life threw at them. And hope is what I see in the eyes of each and every one of you. The desire to maximize your God-given potential to change your lives and to change the lives of those around you and the world that you live in. So as you leave this place, as you turn to a clean page and begin to write the next chapter in your life, my advice to you is this: burn the ships at the shore and go forward and take hold of the dream that is yours. Go forward with undying passion, with unyielding purpose, and unending hope. Seize the day and make it yours. Thank you again for this incredible opportunity, and may God richly bless you on your journey.
I want to know who left the door open for the snails to come in. What a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you. You've given us all hope and inspiration.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Please come back again.
I will. Oh,
Wait a minute.
There's more.
More surprises. Well, I think you know that Mr. Penny was a student at the college, and he hasn't admitted this, but I would say one of his mistakes, if he's made any mistakes, was to leave before he graduated. And he did complete a significant number of courses and credits at our college. And after we invited Mr. Penny to be our speaker this evening, our registrar's office did a degree audit and said, you know what? We can transfer back those courses, those credits that he needed to get the associate degree. And so, with us this evening is another one of our graduates. Thank you. What an inspirational talk. I tell you, there are so many that have been provided to our graduates over the years, and this is one that I don't think I'm going to forget in the near future. We're just wonderful. Thank you. Let me make sure. Next, we're going to call upon Mike Green to provide another special award.
Thank you, Dr. Gottfried. We, the members of the faculty, thank you, the candidates for certification and graduation, for giving us this time in your ceremony to recognize the recipient of this academic year's Faculty Excellence Award. This award process begins with the faculty nominating fellow faculty members who they feel deserve this recognition. Nominees submit an application describing their achievements and accomplishments in the areas of classroom teaching, institutional responsibility, professional development, and community enrichment. Members of the Faculty Excellence Committee, for the final time, chaired by Professor Ellen Wright Lopez, review each application and assign a numerical value to each of these areas. The nominee earning the highest cumulative score is awarded the honor. For the academic year 2015, the Faculty Excellence Award goes to Bernice Brzezina, Professor of Industrial Studies in the Business and Technology Division. Stand over here. Professor Brzezina began at CSM as a student. After CSM, she went on to complete a mechanical engineering degree at the University of Maryland. She then returned to CSM in 1990 to teach mathematics part-time. When a position opened in what was then the Tech Studies Department, Professor Brzezina was hired full-time and began teaching across the multiple disciplines of information technology, engineering technology, manufacturing technology, and drafting. With each new discipline that she tackled, Bernice says, quote, "I got the opportunity to experiment with various teaching strategies utilizing the latest instructional technologies," end quote. Professor Brzezina is a leader among the faculty in incorporating the latest technologies into teaching. She has explored and refined techniques to enhance student learning by using video in online, web hybrid, and traditional classroom courses. In addition to including video lectures in weekly learning modules, Professor Brzezina also responds to student questions through video screen capture so that the students get detailed assistance with technical problems. For example, in drafting courses, students frequently send their files with their questions, and she replies with a custom tutorial video. To do this, she runs the CAD, computer-aided design software, with their file and provides tips as if they were in her office looking at the computer screen and hearing her talk. Professor Brzezina reports that in most cases, her students are then able to successfully complete their assignments. Professor Brzezina also feels that students are more engaged in learning when they are working on a project that is meaningful to them. She encourages students to take on real-life projects in her classes. For example, she's had students design and print models of custom cell phone cases, hair berets, model cars, and bike parts. Perhaps, though, Bernice is best known to CSM and the Southern Maryland communities as the face of competitive robotics. In 2009, she began by coaching Charles County's first all-girl middle school Lego robotics team. In 2011, she joined with Rhonda Jacobs to help found and advise CSM's Talon's robotics team. Since 2012, she has been CSM's Robotics Outreach Coordinator, and in this capacity has been the driving force behind putting on and supporting competitions in which 114 elementary, middle, and high school VEX and LEGO robotics teams have participated. Professor Bill Morton says, quote, "With all of the robotics competition gear that is normally stored in her office, it's a wonder she can find her desk," end quote. Perhaps Professor Brzezina's IT colleague, Daphne Powell, sums it up best saying, quote, "Bernice is a dedicated professor in and out of the classroom. What she has accomplished with the robotics team has been so rewarding to the students here at CSM. In fact, I know that there are students that are choosing CSM because they want to be part of the Talons team," end quote. It is for this reason and more, and with great pleasure, that on behalf of the faculty, I get to present my next department chair, Bernice Brzezina, with the Faculty Excellence Award for 2015. Here it is. Thank you for your time and attention.
What a wonderful award, and it recognizes the superior quality of our faculty. Also, Bernice will have her name on a plaque, many plaques across our campuses. And a couple years ago, we started a new tradition. We believe that the administration should also support this award. And tonight, I am honored to provide Bernice with a small check that comes from the college's foundation in recognition of her outstanding achievements. Congratulations, Jenny. And give it to Byron now. So how uncomfortable are those bleachers? I think it's time to get to the main event. What do you think, graduates? Now, if you would, take a peek at your program, and you will see that there are some designations after the names of some of our graduates. Take a peek at that, and also as students walk across the stage, you will see a number of stoles and tassels. Those wearing gold stoles and gold tassels are members of Phi Theta Kappa, our National Honor Society of two-year colleges. They have grade point averages of 3.5 or higher. Those wearing blue and white cords are members of the National Student Nursing Association. Those wearing blue cords are members of the National Society of Leadership and Success. And our newest cord bearers are those wearing red, white, and blue cords, and they are our military veterans. And you know what? It doesn't matter how many initials, how many cords our students have. We're very, very proud of all of them. This is quite an achievement, and we are so very proud of you. I want to thank you for selecting the College of Southern Maryland, for believing in us, that we could provide you with the education you need to continue your progress toward achieving your goals. And now, I'd like to call upon Rob Farinelli, our Interim Vice President of Academic Affairs, to continue this process.
Thank you. Will the candidates for certification and associate's degrees please come forward? First, Mr. Chair and Mr. President, I present the candidates for certification. The faculty certify with this document that the following candidates have attained significant achievement and competence in their chosen careers. We now confer the certificates in accounting advanced. Linda M. Barberi Strain, high honors. We now confer the certificate in early childhood development. Elizabeth Kathleen Blackburn, high honors. We now confer the certificates in pharmacy technician. Elizabeth Rose Collins. Lori Ann Cox, high honors. Margaret Elizabeth McQueenie, highest honors. Mr. Chair and Mr. President, I present for the associate's degree the candidates who have been approved by the faculty and whose names appear on the official list. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Criminal Justice. Jamie Lynn Cusick, highest honors. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degree in Accounting. Leah Lynn Freeberger. Cindy M. Kiefer. Melissa Ashley Tennyson. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in Arts and Sciences. Helen Halise Bird. Christy Lee Cusick. Sarah Elizabeth Giorgio. Sarah A. Muir. Christopher Brent Parker. Anna Christine Reedon. Renee C. Sewell. Colette Connie Warnick, high honors. Bradley R. Weems. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in Arts and Sciences, Applied Science and Technology. Travis Jason Chrisman. Nathan L. Dodson. Wesley Edward Hamilton. Argoya B. Rana. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in Arts and Sciences, Art. Isis Leanna Desiree Jones, honors. Diane Patricia Payne. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in Arts and Sciences, Arts and Humanities. Robin Lynn Bradfield. Jared A. Chrisman. Liza Jane Dalrymple. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in Arts and Sciences, Biological Sciences. Haley Veronica Allen. Jessica Nicole Kerr. Veronica M. Ortiz. Janae Wright Thompson, honors. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in Arts and Sciences, Cultural Studies. Sanir A. Butler. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in Arts and Sciences, Exercise and Sports Science. John Michael Hale. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in Arts and Sciences, History. Sarah Nicole McCoy, highest honors. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in Arts and Sciences, Mathematics and Physical Science. Lydia Lazar Kavrak, highest honors. Tina Mukaletic Hicks, honors. Daniel Carl Van Burskirk. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in Arts and Sciences, Pre-Dental Hygiene. Gregory B. Booker. Rachel A. Hartsock. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in Arts and Sciences, Pre-Nursing. Jason Andrew Long, high honors. Rosa I. Portillo, honors. Dana Nicole Sale. Jessica Lee Spalding, honors. Natalie Catherine Walter. Cassandra Marie Wilhelm, high honors. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in Arts and Sciences, Social Sciences. Rachel Lawana Bird, honors. Tiffany Ann Kramer. Sierra S. Gant. Crystal M. Herbert. Angela Renee Martin. Alexis Nicole Proctor. Sarah Marguerite Seifert. Shannon Renee Wallace. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in Arts and Sciences, Spanish. Lauren Danielle Hawkins. Victoria Ray Miller. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in Arts and Sciences, Theater and Dance. Tejana Nashe Curtis. Honors. Jamie B. Green. Kenny Jasmine Wells. We now confer the Associate of Science degrees in Business Administration. Louisa Carolina Boltadano. Jasmine Denise Brown. Darren Wendell Campbell. Candace Anita Cook, high honors. James M. Day, high honors. Anthony J. DeVito. Lisa Ann Ferguson. Michelle Garcia. Shannon Margaret Gilroy. Elizabeth Nicole Hill. Ashley Nicole Johnson. George William Kemp. Peter Robert Klossner. Devonta Jeffrey Lawrence. Daniel Lee Ledbetter. Nictina Quantice Lewis. Kevin Endelson Monterosa Aguilar. Carly Alyssa Penny. Corinne Marissa Penny. Taylor L. Superior. Jessica Elaine Turner. Megan Lynn Sefurgiv. Sydney Deanne Weir. Samantha Jo West. We now confer the Associate of Science degrees in Business Administration, Technical Management. Jennifer Selbo Armbruster, honors. Julia Marie Maddox. We now confer the Associate of Science degree in Computer Science. Ian Victor Ide. We now confer the Associate of Science Applied Science degrees in Criminal Justice. Catherine Marie Davis, honors. Abigail Leanne Jordan. Sabrina N. Proctor. Brianna D. Taylor. Sydney Marie Tippett. Mariah Colleen Yates. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Development. Alyssa N. Davis. Gwendolyn Yvonne Kelly, highest honors. Patricia Lynn Lunsford. Colleen Danielle Ashley Wersick. Sarah Jane Zimmerman, high honors. We now confer the Associate of Arts in Teaching degrees in Early Childhood and Generic Special Education, birth through grade 3. Rebecca K. Hancock. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Electric Power Technician. Ronald Patrick Voss, honors. We now confer the Associate of Science in Electrical and Engineering degrees in Electrical Engineering. Viviana Diaz, honors. We now confer the Associate of Arts in Teaching degrees in Elementary/General Special Education grades 1 through 6. Kaylin P. Beach, highest honors. Kiana Tanika Jones, honors. Taylor Alexandra Wood. Leanna Ruth Zimmerman, honors. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degree in Emergency Medical Services. Eva Sharon Conway. William R. Johnson. We now confer the Associate of Science degrees in Engineering. Jan Salazar Cortez, honors. Amanda Lee McCourt, honors. Kenneth W. Parker, high honors. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Engineering Technology Electronics. Anthony Dubuque. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in General Studies. Ashley Marie Arnold. Shayna Ray Brewer. Ashley Elizabeth Brown. Caitlin Marie Birch. Melissa J. Sharnock. Lily Danielle Clark, honors. Brian George Costas. Brianna L. Diggs. Darian Tierra Dobbs. Tiffany Nicole Filomena, honors. Jonathan Austin Frank. Raquel E. Gardner. Sarah Elizabeth Gerlach. Lisa M. Glover. Jada N. Greenwood. Douglas E. Gregory II. Promise Ashley Harrison. Cody L.A. Hicks. Ryan A. Jenkins. Kelsey Miranda Keefe, high honors. Michaela Nicole Ladd. Amanda K. McKay. Shannon Marie McCloskey, high honors. Jennifer M. McClure. Joanna Dyer Messick. Rosa Maria Rangel. Ebony Tira Rustin. Jeremy M. Salazar. Deidre Shaw. Gloria A. Johnson. Caitlin Cecilia Tippett, honors. Carrie Jean Wilson, honors. Colin D. Wordsworth. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in General Studies Communication. Megan M. Callahan, highest honors. Laquan I. Carr. Shakira Louise Chapman. Courtney E. Krause. Brianna Shantia Rollinson. Eon A. Stevens, highest honors. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in General Studies Criminal Justice. Stephanie Nicole Appleby, highest honors. Emily K. Bennett. Ryan Anthony Briner. Zachary J. Damron. Sarah Rianne Degren. Dondre David Ferguson. Brian Christopher Gillingham. Lorenzo Malcolm High. Jeremy Lee Hodges. Mackenzie Brianna Hooper. Mark Anthony R. Jackson. Nicole Ellen Lawson, honors. Bailey Irene McCoy. John E. Mejia. Demetrius Andre Menzies. Brittany Adele Perry. Aaliyah Dominique Thomas, honors. Haley Renee Washington. Samantha Yvonne Washington. John H. Windsor. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in General Studies, English. Shannon Elise Hines. Jeffrey Dylan Nutter. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in General Studies, Media Studies. Zachary S. Pate. We now confirm the Associate of Applied Science degree in Homeland Security. Deborah Lynn Brown, high honors. Ashley Aaron Wright. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Hospitality Management. Lauren Ashley Hall, honors. Nikki Denise Taylor. Carolyn Louise Walker. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Human Services. Whitney E. Blakely. Susan M. Cross, high honors. Travis Wayne Hill. Sean Shanice Hughes. George James Kelly, Jr., high honors. Alexandra Nicole Thomas. Elizabeth Guy Walker. Carpatilla Q. Wilson, high honors. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Information Services Technology, Microsoft Certified Windows Network Administrator, John Robert Proctor III. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Information Services Technology, Marissa Dawn Clodfelter. Richard Andrew Nooner, honors. Enard R. Woodland, honors. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Information Services Technology, Web Developer, Charles Asante Ababio, Jr. Stacy Messina Prinky, highest honors. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Information Systems Security, Christopher Ramin Alahari. Lauren M. Kello, honors. Alicia Michelle Parks, high honors. Daniel Joseph Sadowski, Jr., honors. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Management Development, Ashley Lynn Duncan. Lauren Michelle Fairfax. Rhonda Lee Rich. We now confer the Associates of Applied Science degrees in Medical Laboratory Technology, Andrea S. Ahero, honors. Keisha Monique Napper. Mayakumar P. Patel. Sunny Alicia Shamari. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Nuclear Engineering Technology, Instrument and Control. Krishana Aisha Warren, honors. We now confer the Associate of Science degrees in Nursing. Valerie Ann Adriani. Kristen Nicole Batista. Brittany Alexandra Beavers. Kimberly A. Branch. Reneth Dean Ringer Bogyong. Crystal M. Williams, honors. Christina Renee Daniil. Dawn Marie Drury, high honors. Amy E. Felsher. Victoria Lauren Denise Gulia. Lindsay M. Hill. Erica Loffer Humphreys, honors. Rochelle Dawn Douglas. Casey McGraw Jameson. Carlos Jelinek. Ashlyn Elizabeth Lovsa. Alicia Heel Maynor. Brittany Nicole Gray. Kristen Leanne Mills. Melissa Ann Morgan, honors. Heather Nicole Oliver. Sarah Gail Overs. Brianne Elaine Reed, or Peed. Andrea Lee Potter. Olivia Ann Redding, high honors. Crystal Ray Samadurov, honors. Deborah Renee Schwenk, honors. Shannon Danielle Terry. Amy Lynn Thurston, high honors. Tamara J. Torres, honors. Kayla Joe Turner, honors. Tiffany Rose Warrenbrock. Alicia A. Walker, high honors. Jamie Lee Welsh, honors. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Paralegal Studies. Patricia M. Davis, highest honors. Claire E. Dawson, high honors. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Physical Therapy Assistant. Patricia Nicole R. Albano, honors. We now confer the Associate of Science degrees in Sports Management. Kara Ellison Groves. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in Teacher Education, Early Childhood. Christina Lachelle Turner. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in Teacher Education Elementary, Sonia Lynn Mason. We now confer the Associate of Arts degrees in Teacher Education Secondary, Johannes Paulo Caballero Chavez. Anita Lee King. Marion Lindstrom, honors. And as I hold card number 305 in my hand right now, last but certainly not least, Jessica Ann Williford, honors.
That's a lot of students and a lot of pride. A lot of pride. I was having dinner with Commissioner Jarbo this evening, and he said, you know what, Brad? Every year you're going to see more students. As higher education becomes so much more expensive, as so many more students fall into debt, more and more students are going to realize this is the place to be. And you all know, how many of you had a great education? Let me hear you. Would the graduates please stand? Now we make it official. By virtue of the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the award for which you've been recommended, admitting you to all the rights and privileges which throughout the land pertain to those certificates and degrees, in testimony whereof you have received this award of the college officially signed and sealed. Graduates, change your tassels. Please be seated. You know, one of the nice things about community colleges, studies have shown that approximately 82% of graduates of community colleges will settle down, raise a family, get a job in their communities. And to have these individuals here as part of the continuing nature of this community, Southern Maryland that we love, is truly amazing, and it's another wonderful attribute of community colleges. Now, would the faculty please rise? Am I? Okay.
In recognition of your scholarly achievement, we, the faculty, salute you and wish you Godspeed.
Well, one final thought before we adjourn this evening. You are now part of a proud network of alums. Let me see, those of you in the audience, those of you in the Fine Arts Center, would you please rise, those of you who are alums of this college? Let me see you. Let me see your pride. Come on, stand up, please. Yes. And know this is just one step in your life. Learning is lifelong. And if you understand that you will continually grow through lifelong learning. It does not have to be formal education. Continue to strive, continue to stretch your horizons, and you'll be that much better off. Also remember, this is your college. Whether you go off and get your baccalaureate degree, your master's, your doctorate, doesn't matter. We will always be here for you. And if there's any way that we can ever serve you in the future, we're here for you. So this concludes a wonderful, wonderful evening. I want to recognize our graduates. I want to recognize all of the faculty and staff, and certainly family members who are so full of pride for our graduates. I ask that the audience stand for the recessional, and please remain in your seats until the graduates, the faculty, the platform party has left the auditorium. And join us, if you would. The party continues in the Business Industry Building room 113. Let's continue to celebrate. So congratulations to all, and have a good evening. Thank you.